Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 verse 18. A great oak tree has fallen. Pillar of the royal Ashong Nyadu Ablade clan is gone. Nai KURABI Klottey III, the MAKRADO of the AWUTU traditional area, has joined his ancestors. Nai KURABI Klottey III, the MAKRADO of the AWUTU traditional area, was known in private life as David Atukwe Klottey. He was born on 14th April 1953 at AWUTU Breku to Nai Odinku Labi Kwe V, a Kobwa Odefe of AWUTU traditional area, alias Nai Kobna Atukwe and Awoya Ajo, both of blessed memory. He was the third child and the only son of his late mother. He was, however, raised by his maternal grandmother, Awo Maanais Sokroma, after the death of his mother. He began his elementary and middle school education at the AWUTU DC school. David Klottey was a brilliant student and hence was offered a scholarship to pursue his secondary education for the ordinary level certificate at Oda Secondary School in the Eastern Region and completed in 1974. He gained admission to the Kolebuti Hospital School of Hygiene and graduated as a health superintendent. He was subsequently posted to the northern region of Ghana, where he started his working career. Notable among the communities he worked in the region were Tamale, Yendi, Chiroponi, Pandai, Bimbila, and so forth. He got married to Madam Alice Ama Klottey in the late 1970s and had a daughter with her. He, however, had some children from other relationships.
Nai KURABI Klottey, in private life, was known as KWAO Klottey. He was installed chief of Ashonyadu Ablade family in 2004 as a chief, and he occupied the stool name of MAKRADO of AWUTU traditional area. He related very well with the family.
As a visionary, under his leadership, the family and the community saw unprecedented development. He built a 54-room family house with a big compound which houses only the male members of the clan. He carried out a renovation of 12 rooms that house the female members of the family and a 3-room family kitchen facility. Nai KURABI Klottey III cultivated a 250-acre coconut farm which serves as a source of revenue generation for the family present and even for generations to come.
He led the family to construct the family houses, one for the teeming women and one for the men. He led the family to, in fact, source for money for the construction of those mighty buildings. He related well with everybody, and the community too, through his effort. When the area was fighting for cessation from the Winneba, he played so many roles. He led the chiefs and sub-chiefs to meet government officials for the achievement of the district. Through his effort, we were successful, and AWUTU was declared a separate district from Winneba. He called meetings for us to think about the progress of the family. He wasn't a dictator. He related very well with the other chiefs too at the AWUTU traditional area. Because of his academic background, everybody looked to him as a knowledgeable person. With his demise, the community has lost a great deal.
My late dad is that loving father. Honestly, I have a lot of fond memories of him. Growing up, he was so passionate about me. I remember there were times that I would have to suck his breast because he had bigger breasts, so I would have to suck his breast just so that he feels he's with his child. And with him, I got to know a lot of places because I grew up with him, having to travel to Nigeria, a whole lot of places. And so honestly, I could say he is that man that I will always miss, I will always remember. Yes, he's a strict disciplinarian, that I wouldn't lie. He's that man who wouldn't spare the rod to spoil his child. No matter if I go wrong, he would not spare me, that I know. I've received so many canes, belts, not to talk of child abuse, no, but for me, I feel it was something he felt he should bring me up to be a disciplined woman. I am who I am today because of his upbringing, the way he brought me up. He is that hardworking man. He always ensured that, look, even if he doesn't have, the little he had, he would share with me. Most of the time, sometimes when you come, he will deliberately tell you he doesn't have money. He will tell you he doesn't, when he asks for something, not because he doesn't have, but he later made me understand that, look, if he provided for everything that I needed, then of course I would be so pampered to the extent that I wouldn't be able to live my life as an independent woman.
He served in the northern region for a period of time and traveled later to Nigeria to seek greener pastures. In Nigeria, he was employed by the Adventist Mission and was transferred to northern Nigeria. The Adventist Mission later sponsored him to further his education, and he graduated as a physician, an achievement he had aspired to all his lifetime. Dr. Klottey was an Adventist by faith, God-fearing and very hard work. He was appreciated and admired by his employers and superiors. As destiny may have it, he was transferred to other communities in the northern part of Nigeria. He worked in places like Jengir, Kaduna, Sisimbaki, Megamo, Jos, Aron Kado, Aron Tumara, etc. Dr. David Klottey was in charge of the Aron Tumara Medical Center, which provided healthcare for a number of communities. He mostly commuted to these remote areas on his favorite Yamaha motorbike. His great passion for saving human lives cannot go uncommented on and unnoticed. He worked tirelessly and won souls and saved lives for his maker, and always ensured that his Fulani, Kurama and Aron patients were in good health. In the course of his duty, he was involved in a number of serious motor accidents. Despite the numerous motor accidents, he did not relent in his efforts. He always made this pronouncement, quote, "If I will have to die in order to save humanity, so shall it be," unquote. After serving the Adventist Mission for 11 years, he finally decided to return home. This news was indeed a big blow to the mission. It was received with disappointment from his employers. He had to rescind his decision and extend his stay for yet another year before he was finally given the nod to return to Ghana. When he arrived in Ghana, he decided that it was time to give back to society. This made him establish the Humble Home Clinic, which provided health care at the lowest possible cost and sometimes free of charge. He undertook some courses in homeopathy and graduated with a degree in homeopathy. He operated the clinic for over 25 years until his health deteriorated.
Now me in particular, saying was see dominam so me domino. I mean, you must say by this time, by this time. Oh my God.
Dr. A.Q.D. Klottey was installed the chief of the Royal Ashong Nyadu Ablade clan of AWUTU under the stool name Nai KURABI Klottey III and became the MAKRADO of the AWUTU traditional area on 14th July 2004. Nai KURABI Klottey III was admitted as a member of the AWUTU Traditional Council on 20th July 2006 after he was gazetted and registered as a divisional chief. He was accepted into the register of the National House of Chiefs on 16th July 2007. His admission as a member of the AWUTU Traditional Council confirmed his preparedness as Omankrados to serve both the council and the people of his traditional area. This was a solemn pledge he made to the Nayani and the people of AWUTU traditional area during his induction and swearing-in ceremony.
Na me man say for him be fire. After my can me time chi. Say ne wa kan da cha so dis me me ma pa. Dan me na me video ma ni. Sha do me. E me ka o ma hen ki makers no so tom. Now, when you hear that, Madame 204, from also retired. I'm dying actually. I have a man card. Man card will be a home, I can insert. So called man card. But to mine, I can put clear now. You can't have some. Now, may your mind make a lot of Susan. You can't manage to make a smile. I have also not the show be a modern book, but as I cancel by doctor. Now, I'm going to not being said, the idea some sort of judicial committee, and so a fan of kind. We did 60 years on our turn, 70 years on our turn. Then my wife has only 14 years. The same celebration. Then I did 22 years on the stool. Saturday may say you are celebrating one day. Honor a church person. I am from the year that you are Sunday and Sun. Who be in the law. No, because only in one you caught a year, sir, a year easy. A fashion do what they are. May have 4 of a kind. They are best with your money. They are could be a problem, could be a problem in a bad stress, tobacco. And the fact that you are actually buying a banner in Yamay.
Nine for KWAO Klottey, with the nine. Care a better and more defi. Me for not trim more crower. Me for not Michelin by Toba more crower. We do some quite mighty good. We do some mighty good. Anytime we go for Toba Mokanki. Monya wa botwe ni monya tonya baso wako fate mwabwe muni abwa mama kumpo mai boyo kamunya kwe ano baso ekamyo pambe ne Mami kuyanio. Ibe poko fate mwambwe yupo kuyambo. Tema mbona nyo ane hufumu. Ane yupo sa. Munetu poko papa. Yashi bete tanibasa okuyo. Na ide frabi bon pa ba yo poni buka ba ya frabi I say better the ba shock.
Nai KURABI Klottey III's contributions to the Traditional Council cannot be overemphasized. He consequently served the Standing Committee, Judicial Committee, Dode Settlement Committee, Customary Arbitration Committee, and Committee Member on Health. He served on these committees until his demise. During his tenure as a MAKRADO, he played many pivotal roles, but the most remarkable was that which led to the creation of AWUTU Senya District, which then spanned Odupongpehe, Kaswa, Ufako, AWUTU Bodiase, AWUTU Bontrasi, AWUTU Breku, Senya, and other communities. The district was later split into two, AWUTU Senya West District and the AWUTU Senya East Municipal Assembly.
We consider him as a great leader for the Ashonyadu Ablade family. And his demise will take us a very long time to, in fact, get somebody to fill that vacuum.
His interest in sports cannot be overemphasized. Football and boxing were his favorites. He was a die-hard supporter of Accra Hartlepool Football Club, Phobia. He would never miss a Phobian match for anything. He preferred to go to the stadium to watch every match rather than staying at home and listening to radio commentary. But for the mercies of God, who brought some extreme hindrances in his way, he would have been a victim of the May 9th disaster which occurred at the Accra Sports Stadium in 2001.
Somewhere 2004. Na udwanya yedi beye program no ebe irai. ya ho ye shipa ma eno kra de man din the ship saga nti no de na ano ye shi nti no ya papa de na oni eti oyo bi ana o ti se oba ubehu ube identify easily se oba because I know BBC one fi nti be ti se radio ne ba penenam don say oba na say baby a wo na say opa baby fa because oba uti ne gba so dia ni say o tra ho pe o say o ko na oyo bi so ana oyi o pe football nti ubehu ne say o ti radio nyama tu pe either say sports and I say BBC no ti nti no o bi o ye has nti has mi ni dia na party mi fia dia na ye de na fia ha ye de ba me kai say has mi Confederation Cup ye party mi fia me no more to be say mi sa that was idea me no me ama me ni ji pa.
Nai KURABI Klottey III's love for Accra Hearts of Oak led to the establishment of a vibrant AWUTU Young Hearts team captained by Mr. Emmanuel Norty, also known as Zico. Nai was a team manager and team doctor. Ewubia festivals were graced with competitive football matches between the then existing AWUTU Young Hearts and their arch rivals AWUTU Young Kotoko. Legends on both Accra Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko were invited to grace such occasions. The likes of Mohammed Ahmed Polo and Kwesi Appiah came to feature in the Ewubia football competitions. The team could not stand the test of time, however, and sank into oblivion after 5 years of existence. With regards to boxing, Nai would keep wake to watch the likes of Azuma Zoom Zoom Nelson, Iron Mike Tyson, Ike Bazooka Korte, etc. And he really was immersed in competitive international boxing.
Being my father-in-law was a kind-hearted person, was friendly, he was a jovial person. He was always there for everybody. I remember the first day I met him. I was returning from a funeral with friends from Cape Coast, and we passed by to say hello to him. After we greeted him, he said, "I know the tall person among you will be my in-law." We laughed and we left. During my wedding, he was there to support. He did all what he could to support to make a wedding successful. He was always there when there's a program in my mother's family to support us. My family, my siblings, my cousins, all loved him so much for the support he has been giving to the family. He came to stay with us for a while. The jovial face that he gives to the family. He was always with the grandchildren, playing around.
Doc, you know what I'm saying? Talk fast, phone over, and you know if I can, you point through. Bear, I have heavy or heavy, man. It needs to know. No postrani, amen.
I'm dear French. Oh, tell me for me to come. Buy your French. And see the time for the shake.
9 day flabby. 9 day flabby. Day flabby, oh God.
Nai, we loved you. May you rest in peace. Nai, how was your ban? Nai, the year.
One thing I will say in memory of my father is that I will forever love you, forever miss you. You remain my dad. I wouldn't trade you for anyone. That I will keep repeating. Probably you might not be the best father, but then to me, you were nothing but the best.
The family misses him a great deal. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
So I can't tell you for say he didn't want us to be.
Nai KURABI Klottey III left behind a widow and a number of children. Nai KURABI, you were a hero and a legend over time. May the good Lord keep you in his bosom till we meet again. Rest well. Nai KURABI Klottey III. D. Flabi Nai KURABI Klottey III. Demrefedui.